So many people have asked for a new garden video, so I thought I would take one today. It's Sunday, July 19th. And if you saw the last one, you can see we've got a huge difference here. These are cucumbers growing up a trellis. I think I'll try to get the trellis in there. So it's just a wire strung pole to pole and then strings down. The strings are buried with the cucumbers, and so they just climb up. I've got slicing cucumbers and pickling cucumbers there. And then down below you can see lots of flowers, some nasturtium, and there's marigolds in there that should start blooming pretty soon. Lots of borage, which you'll see everywhere, falling everywhere. And then on this side, I've got eggplant, which is just doing really well. I put it out really late this year. Not intentionally so, but it was warm enough, I think, for it, and it's done really well. I've been spraying with neem oil every few days to keep the flea beetles off, and things look really good there. It's interplanted with some basil and also some marigolds. You can see them here, and lots of nasturtium on the back fence here. The nasturtium likes to climb the fence and up the back of my potting shed. And then we walk down, and these are the black beans here. They'll be left on the plants and on the pods until they completely dry out, and then I'll have black beans for the winter. There are some peppers in there somewhere, but they're buried behind the tons and tons of borage, which the bees love. And then over on this side, I've got some more peppers, and these are doing really well. And lots of green beans here, which are just about done. I'm going to pull those out and replant today probably. And then you can see the onions down here starting to fall over. They'll fall over and then plump up. I've been pulling lots of spring onions and small onions, but they're about ready to be harvested as full-size onions and cured. And then the squash bed, which is just completely crazy over there. Tons and tons of squash, yellow and zucchini squash I'm getting. And then, let me see if I can zoom in on the back fence there. You can see that's a good one, but there's lots of spaghetti squash and butternut squash and pumpkins, which are all growing. Those are climbers, so they're climbing all over the fence and the out into the compost, the top of the compost bins and stuff. And then over here I've got radishes, which are just about done. I pulled up most of the arugula now, so that's out. And then let's take a look at, there's Ollie trying to get into the garden. Let's take a look at some of the raised beds. So these are going to look much different now. I've pulled out all of the lettuce and most of the spinach. The peas are out. So this bed is ready for beans. We're going to put beans in here on the end. But what you can see is the peas have come out, and we've got climbing beans, pole beans, going up the trellises now. And let me see if I can get a picture. So these are purple potted pole beans. So you can see the purple pods there coming up on these, which are really pretty, and they just turn green when you cook them. And then this bed has carrots, which I've been harvesting for a few weeks now, and should be pretty much done pretty soon here. A bunch of peppers in the front, and then I've got Roma tomatoes in the middle and cherry tomatoes on the trellises in the back. They don't seem to be doing as well as I would have liked, but we'll see how they go. Lots of cherry tomatoes on them, but the plants aren't getting very big. And then kale right here in the middle. And the kale still seems to be doing okay, so I haven't pulled that out yet. This trellis has scarlet runner beans on it. So as these now will start to flourish, since I've pulled the peas out, these trellises should be covered with really bright red flowers in the next week or two. And then this one has those huge things you see in the middle are tomatillos. In the back I've got Brandywine tomatoes, which are a slicing variety. There's kale in the middle here. The kale is getting a little beaten up. I need to put some neem oil on that too. I haven't been doing that. And then peppers down in the front, and of course lots and lots of marigolds. You can see lots of color in between there. And then this last bed, also with the purple potted pole beans on the trellises. I've got a blueberry bush here that is going a little crazy. It's in a pot and hopefully will be planted next year. I gotta find a good spot for it. You can see again the squash bed here, and you probably can't hear it, but it is buzzing with bees. So many bees in there. And we're gonna sneak through this way. So this is my mostly an herb bed. So I've now pulled up, the garlic was in this bed, and the garlic is now curing. Got lots of garlic. And the parsley has gone to seed here. I have more plants ready to go in for this year. And most of the cilantro has been pulled out now. It was all gone to seed. So so parsley, more dill will go in here. I've got dill down in the lower beds as well, but we'll put more dill in there. And then along this back section that's up against the pool, I have lots of oregano here. There's some borage, more borage there, it's everywhere. Chives, lots and lots of chives and sage, lemongrass. This is really my herb section along the pool here too. So I think that's it that I wanted to show everyone, but kind of get a view for how much everything has grown since the last time we saw the garden. Let me see if I can back up far enough to get you a good view. So there we go. Thanks everyone for watching.